Production of Broad and High is funded in part by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, celebrating expression, fostering talent, and connecting the community to Columbus artists, performances, exhibitions, concerts, public art, and more at columbusmakesart.com. From these contributing sponsors and viewers like you, thank you.
This time on Broad and High, behind the scenes of West African dance. Kappa's Chad Whittington on Kate's Quick Bites, and Luke Bolheimer performs on Broad and High Presents. This and more right now on Broad and High. Welcome to Broad and High. I'm your host, Kate Quickle. We opened this episode with another story in our series, Behind the Scenes, Art Across Ohio. On Cleveland's Near West Side, a dance company celebrates the culture and traditions of West Africa. The Japo Cultural Arts Institute was founded in 2009 by artistic director Talise Campbell. Along with her husband and music director, Weedy Brema, Campbell recently created a new work. Let's take a look behind the curtain at the making of Sanja of the Blood.
We are here at the Pivot Center for Art, Music, Dance, and Expression. Tonight we are starting a premiere piece called Sanja of the Blood. Company members know nothing about this piece. Some of them may know a little bit if they've done some of our international travel voyages to West Africa. But tonight, our dancers are going to get the opportunity to experience the music and the history and the folklore of Sanja before we start diving into some of the dance techniques. Our musical director, Weedy Brema, has gone to Mali numerous times, and he's like an encyclopedia when it comes to music, when it comes to folklore. So he's going to be diving into the music. The dancers have to learn the rhythms, the musicians have to learn the rhythms, everybody learns the songs.
My main job is to focus on how this music elevates them as artists and also how the way that it elevates the audience. We're preparing for a new piece. It's a traditional folkloric piece that comes from Mali by way of the ethnic group of the Manding called Sandia. The word Sandia means New Year, but it's done in honor of griots, which are the oral historians. The word for griot in the Manding language is Jeli. That's spelled D-J-E-L-I. They're the ones to maintain the history, to maintain the knowledge, maintain the culture, maintain the preservation of narratives that's created within certain villages and certain areas.
Sometimes once a week or once a month, specifically in Mali and West Africa, and people will go and the griots will show up and they will sing the praises of your family. It's a communal event, so it's very lively.
My main goal is for them to at least understand the timing of the music and how it goes, the way the songs fits into the music, and how they're understanding the groove of the music.
4 times. You remember this? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Jalia, 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 Jalia.
They're going to get the history, they're going to get the folklore, they're going to get the musical foundations of Sanja. They're going to learn the rhythms because that enhances their ability to dance it with happiness, with jubilee. You see the difference? The word Japo itself means together. And that's part of our mission, bringing individuals together to learn about the art, music, dance, history, and folklore of Africa and throughout the diaspora. If you want to learn about a people, if you want to learn about a culture, dive into the art.
It's almost there, I promise you. If y'all can touch the floor just that one time on that first one.
Oh my goodness, we've made so much progress. Our musical director has actually completed the orchestration of the music. So I have actually created the village. You know, as we talked about before, Sanja is an event with families and people who live, you know, in a compound or within the same area. So what I'm doing now is creating that celebratory village. I'm recreating that space. We're still kind of working through it in placement. I haven't really placed individuals yet. I'm just still in that place where I'm seeing where people, how they feel with the movements that's been given to them. So that we have all the choreography that's set. So now it's just kind of like moving through space to see where those final moments will be. My philosophy is no paper and pencil. I want you to feel the music. I want you to feel the song, understand the context and the foundational elements of the song and capture that. And through practice, it just happens and we get it. I have to perform this for Dance Africa in Chicago. I don't feel under the gun at all. It's looking good. It's just being able to bring the energy and to be able to show that for audiences, because that's my goal, is to make audiences feel something. We are complete. It is a finished piece. I'm so excited. Like, it's really finished.
The music has its voice. The dancers understand and has implemented what they've learned into their body. And the song is now understood. And the intent of what the song and the dance represents, the music represents, is now connected. What I want people to take away from this, and the audience to take away from this, is the beauty of longevity, tradition, and speech. Because the job of griot is to be able to speak and maintain.
I want them to take away a piece of history, a piece of Africa. We've lost so much. So if you can get a piece of happiness, a piece of history, a piece of folklore, then we've done our jobs.
To see more, check them out online at japo.com. In this segment, we head back into the kitchen to learn about an organization that was formed over 50 years ago with one goal in mind. Stay tuned as we bake up a sweet treat and learn about how that goal has expanded over the years to become what it is today and what it strives to be in the future. Joining me in the kitchen today is Chad Whittington from the Columbus Association for the Performing Arts. Chad, thanks for being here.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So tell me a little bit about the history of CAPA.
Kappa's been around a long time. We were formed in 1969 to save the Ohio Theater. The wrecking ball was literally sitting out in State Street in front of the theater, and a group of people came together and saved the theater, and we've built from that. It's really been a community effort. I talk about a small group of people at the beginning, but without support from the entire community, we wouldn't be around today. And so we've grown into an organization that has 8 physical spaces in Columbus that we own and operate, put on about 900 events a year, and have about 1 million visitors among those buildings. So really, it's been a great journey over the last 55 years.
Absolutely. What a great origin story, too. The community coming together. That's wonderful. I hear you have a bit of an origin story with Kappa. Can you tell me about that?
I've been around for a few years for sure. It's my 26th year at Kappa, actually. I started while I was a student at Ohio State University, working at the Ohio Theater in maintenance and security, and I got to know the office staff. I was majoring in accounting, and they were like, well, we're growing, we've got an opportunity, why don't you start upstairs part-time? And I did in the accounting department, and never would have imagined at that time, but I would have stuck around this long. But it's been a great place to work, a lot of opportunities, and it's fun. It's hard work, but at the same time, one of my favorite things to do at the theater is to watch kids come into the theater. It's their first time, and they're excited about a show and looking around at this beautiful theater. It's more than just a job. It's really a passion.
Absolutely. And think of how many kids who have had their first theater experience and then now maybe are working in that industry or taking their own families. That's so special.
Yeah, that's right. And art is, even for those that don't make a career out of it, it's something that people interact with throughout their entire lives. So us being a part of helping them start to figure out how they're going to interact with art throughout their lives is really special for us.
That's very valuable. Well, I'm excited to get started with our baking today.
All right, me too.
We are making one of my favorite treats. These are brown butter snickerdoodles. So I think most people are familiar with the snickerdoodle, the kind of cinnamon sugar cookie. These are amped up a little bit with browned butter. So are you ready to get started?
I am. Dessert was definitely the right area to pick for me today. So I'm excited about
Good,
this.
I can't wait. The ingredients we'll need today are 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons cream of tartar, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 sticks unsalted butter, 1 1/4 cup packed dark brown sugar, 3/4 cup granulated sugar, 2 large eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 2 1/2 teaspoons cinnamon, and 1 tablespoon plain Greek yogurt. Okay, so we've got our gorgeous brown butter that smells incredible.
It does.
And that'll just take a couple minutes to cool down to sort of room temperature. And we can mix together our dry ingredients now.
Okay.
Obviously, cooling the butter is important just so you don't scramble your eggs when you mix it all together. So if you were doing a regular cookie recipe, you would just put softened butter into this bowl, but we're making it real good. So we're adding the brown butter into our mixer bowl, and I can't really see this, but you want to get all those brown bits into the bowl because those are flavor bombs. And then I'm going to add in our 2 sugars, our white sugar and our brown sugar. And we'll just kind of mix those together. And now, if you want to go ahead and add the rest of our wet ingredients, we have our egg and our egg yolk, vanilla, and the Greek yogurt. Chad, while our dough is chilling, I'd love to hear more about the main initiatives at Kappa.
Sure. We've always got events going on at Kappa. We do about 900 a year throughout all of the venues. So, there's always something going on, but I would say what we've really been focused on in the last couple of years is reaching out into the community and making sure we're connecting with everybody in the community. We have started Cinema Columbus Film Festival to connect more with the film community here in Columbus, which is growing and doing some really fantastic work. And we've also started producing, which means creating some of our own content. Christmas Carol, we used to bring that in from a tour that went all around the country. Unfortunately, with COVID, it didn't come back around, and yet that was a tradition that we wanted to make sure we had here in Columbus. So we produced that event ourselves in collaboration with Short North Stage each and every year and put it on at the Ohio Theater. So just a few of the things that we're doing to reach out in the community as we look forward. More grassroots effort to get out into the Somali community, for example, Indian community, more connection with the Latino community. Those are things that we're focused on. It takes a lot of work, and it's a slow process, but one step at a time right now for us.
That's amazing. We're just so lucky to have you in the community. And what a great way to kind of use the performing arts and theater to connect to people and the human experience. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's one of the things I think we believe. The arts bring a lot to the community. We inspire, we educate, we challenge sometimes, but I think right now it's really important of just bringing people together, the shared experience. You can come into a theater, sit with 900, 2,000, and the number varies, people, but you don't know their religious backgrounds, their political backgrounds, but you sit there, you laugh together, you cry together, you gasp together. And you have this shared experience that reminds us that our commonality is more than our differences. And I think right now that's something, an important function that we serve in the arts is to remind people of that.
Absolutely. It's so valuable. Well, I think we should check on our dough and see if we can actually make some cookies.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so we have our chilled dough, which it's best to take it out of the fridge, let it sit for 30 minutes or so, just so it's not rock hard. And then I've got a nice cookie scoop. You don't have to use a little ice cream scoop. You can use a spoon. You can just grab a portion of dough. And then we're going to scoop it out. And then you just kind of, if your dough's a little crumbly, you can kind of squeeze it in your hands to kind of form it into a ball. And then once you got it nice and round, we're going to roll it in some cinnamon sugar, which is a classic snickerdoodle technique, and then we'll line our baking sheet. We'll just place them a couple inches apart, and then we can pop them in the oven.
All right,
So
great.
let's
give it a try.
Get rolling. We've got our cookies in the oven. While we wait patiently for them to bake, tell me a little bit about how Kappa's looking to the future.
Sure, accessibility is one of the words that comes to mind, and accessibility can mean a lot of different things, but holistically for Kappa, it's thinking about how do we make sure we're engaging everyone in the community and making sure that we're welcome to everybody in the community. So one example of that when I think about the programming side is making sure we have a good diversity of the programming we're bringing in. And that includes making sure that the actors and actresses you see on stage represent everybody that you see in the audience. So casting the right people, bringing in shows that we know are focused on diversity, because I think that's really important. You want to make sure that, especially young people, as we talked about earlier, it's so important to make sure they have good experiences and they connect to the arts. And one of the ways you want to do that is by making sure they understand, okay, I can do that too, because there's someone that looks like me up on the stage. So that's really important to us. And not only Kappa, but the arts community as a whole here in Columbus, I think is doing a fantastic job of recognizing that and kind of implementing those ideals into the programming that they're doing for our community.
Absolutely. That seems crucial. And I love the way that it's so welcoming and open. It encourages folks to come and experience the art for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And in a more physical way for Kappa, we've thought about how our buildings can be welcoming for everybody in the community. Everything from adult changing tables to all gender restrooms to Culture City. So Culture City is a national program. It's a certification program you go through. It provides training for your staff, especially the frontline staff. So think about the folks that take the tickets and ushers that take people to their seats, to make sure they understand needs, whether physical needs, sensory needs that the audience might have. This program has come in and helped us identify quiet areas in the theater. So if someone with sensory needs needs to get out of the auditorium and find a space where they can have a quiet environment, we've identified those places in the theater for them. Having bags available that have ear protection in them, and fidget toys and other things that someone with sensory needs might need if they're upset by something that takes place during a performance. It's all these things that some people might think those are little things, but actually to folks that need them, they're really important things to making sure we have a welcome environment. So we're focused on that, and actually the staff at Kappa care a lot about that, and they've helped us do a lot of the work and have helped us identify the areas where we need to do better.
That's wonderful. I'm so impressed with how accessible and welcoming you are. That's great.
Oh, thank you.
Chad, the moment has come.
Oh, they look great.
They look beautiful.
Fantastic.
This was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you.
For baking with me. Before we wrap up, and more importantly, before we try one of these delicious cookies, what's one more thing you'd like people to know about Kappa?
Yeah, I think the arts community in general is very collaborative, and certainly that's important to Kappa. Collaboration is such an important ingredient in what we do here in the city. West Side Story is a great example of that, a collaboration between Kappa, Ballet Met, Opera Columbus, and the Columbus Symphony Orchestra. So an event, I talked about Christmas Carol earlier, and another event where it's created right here in the community by community groups. and really gives everybody the opportunity to work together. And what you get from that, when we work together, we come up with more great ideas in terms of how we can serve the community. So I'm so excited that we can be part of West Side Story and all the other great collaborations that take part throughout the year. And I'm also grateful for the community. I don't think I can leave without saying that. CAPA would not have been formed without the community support, and we can't do what we do every year without tremendous support from the community, not only people that visit, but people that donate as well. So I'm so grateful that the community has supported us for these 55 years.
Well, we're grateful that you're here. We all benefit. So thank you. Well, let's try a cookie.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
I get the right one. All right.
Thanks again for being here, Chad.
Thank you. I appreciate it. They're fantastic.
Right?
Yep.
Learn more about the Columbus Association for the Performing Arts at CAPA.com. Luke Bolheimer is a singer-songwriter who is known for his folky Americana sound. Not unlike Bob Dylan, Luke also leans into the rock genre. He brought his acoustic guitar into the studio for a Broad and High Presents session and played a few original tunes for us. Take a listen.
Brown-eyed beauty was drinking whiskey on a Tuesday. Yeah, she was moving to the bluegrass tunes and howling at the summer moon. When I see her look my way, yeah, she's shining on a cloudy day. Won't you come and take a walk with me? Yeah, I'll show you what you wanna see. Won't you take my hand, only if you want to. I'll keep you warm and I'll hold you tight. Yeah, I'll give you the key to my front door, so you can let yourself in at night. As we sleep into the afternoon, there's a feeling that I can't confuse. I'm running circles just to find a way to have you in my everyday. And it all comes back to you. Can we move it on to something new? I wanna show you my hometown. Yeah, I'd bring you if you stick around. Won't you take my hand, only if you want to. I'll keep you warm and I'll hold you tight. Yeah, I'll give you the key to my front door, so you can let yourself in at night. Yeah, I'm trying to read between the lines. I've been out here looking, but there's nothing left to find. Won't you take my hand, only if you want to. I'll keep you warm and I'll hold you tight. Yeah, I'll give you the key to my front door, so you can let yourself in at night. Yeah, I'll give you the key to my front door, so you can let yourself in at night.
To hear more, you can find him on Instagram at Luke Bolheimer. Well, that's our show. Remember, you can find all of our stories online at WOSU.org, as well as on our YouTube channel. For all of us here at WOSU, I'm Kate Quickle. Thanks for watching.
Well, I can't stop this feeling from changing. The world around me's raining for you, and I can feel these overwhelming senses that I've been painting broken fences for a while. Well, I can put all my days on a job that never pays. Left me broke, she lit the fire and let it smoke. Well, listen to the bees, their voice it echoes through the trees. 1,000 voices singing just one song. Simple days.
Production of Broad and High is funded in part by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, celebrating expression, fostering talent, and connecting the community to Columbus artists, performances, exhibitions, concerts, public art, and more at columbusmakesart.com.